Hello, folks. It appears we got a calamity a brewing. Stay tuned and I'll explain what's happening. Hey, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. Hey, I adjusted the audio on here. I noticed that when I was publishing the last video using this camera and audio, there was a little static, intermittent static, and I think I had the modulation turned up a little bit too high. So we'll see how this goes and see if it's much better on the ears. But anyway, I'm still learning the process of using this new camera and the new audio. So hang in there. Anyway, what's a brewing? A catastrophe's brewing right now. If you look over my shoulder here, those aren't just any clouds. Those are thunder clouds. We have a terrible dry day. It was 100 degrees here, and everything is tinder dry. And it makes for prime conditions for a terrible, terrible fire season. My son, he works for a firefighting service, and he was told early in the year that they had estimated that this is going to be the worst fire season on record. Well, I've heard from him, I just got off the phone from him. He's still up at what they call the Milepost 97 fire up in Canyonville, Oregon, and they've been fighting that fire. He says they got about 2 more days left on that fire line, and they seem to be holding it within their fire lines. The fire that is real near us, which this will be an update for that one, the one that's just a mile over there, they've held that at 300 acres for the last 2 days. It hasn't spread beyond their containment lines. But they still have evacuation notices in effect a mile up the road from us. The actual fire, the flames of the fire, are about 1.5 miles, 2 miles from us, but there's no plumes of smoke, so that is a positive sign. However, fire crews are being dispatched up into the Applegate area. There have been several fires sparked this afternoon by a severe lightning storm moving through. And you can see right here, living in the mountains, the Cascade Mountains, these firestorms, they follow the Cascade Range and they set fires all over the place. We're just praying that this brings a lot of rain, like these other storms that we've had hit in our homestead in the past. That would be a blessing, but these dry conditions, it's terrible. So keep us in your prayers and on your watch. We're going to be staying up and watching the progress of this storm as the night rolls on. We're on tenterhooks up here living in the wilderness. So being a homesteader is not really all that glamorous of a lifestyle. There's some pretty hefty stuff one has to deal with when you're homesteading, especially when you're living in the wilderness like this, like we have. But we've been living with this for about 30 years. Fires every year. But we're never complacent about it. And that's the worst thing you can become, is complacent about potential for disaster. So if we smell smoke and we see flames nearby, we're just dropping what we've got and we're getting out. That's it. We're not going to end up like the folks down in Paradise, California. That was terrible, real terrible. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm, a little homestead tucked high in the Cascade Ranges of the Pacific Northwest. Watch with us. we're going to be watching and seeing what comes of this lightning storm as it blows through. Hopefully they get enough crews on the line to put the flames out just as soon as they start. Please stay tuned for more videos. You can do that by subscribing and clicking that bell icon. That will alert you to new videos as I upload them. Also, you can help out the channel by clicking that share button and sharing our videos on social media platforms. That introduces our channel to other audiences that wouldn't otherwise know that we are even here. You can also help us out by giving us a thumbs up and leaving a comment or a question. I do enjoy reading your comments and your questions, and I do try to respond in a timely fashion. You can also find me on social media. Under Facebook, you can find me as Gerald Hansen or Jerry Hansen. And in the other social media platforms I'm going to name here in a minute, you can follow us under Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm on Pinterest, Reddit, Blogger. I'm also on, what is it? I'm on, there's 3 more. I know what they are. It's Tumblr, Parler, but it's pronounced Parlay. It's P-A-R-L-E-R. And then there's also LinkedIn. One of these days I'll get right on Snappy and just name them right off the bat. Hey, we'll see you guys in the next video, and stay tuned for the next update. We'll see you guys later, hopefully. Bye-bye.